Hey everybody, thanks for tuning into the video. This is Troy here. Well, if things couldn't get a little bit more crazier, I made the video the other day about the FBI and the local police showing up about my videos on YouTube about exploding tannerite. And of course in the news lately, for the past, almost a month now, I guess it is, Target has experienced, hacking, and there's been, first they said it was, was it 40 million customers information might have been stolen, and then it was now 70 million, and other retail stores now, what was it, Neiman Marcus or whatever. And so you don't think anything like that will happen to you, and you get busy during the holidays, and guess what? My credit card, Target credit card, has been compromised too as well. Now I will take a little bit of blame that once this came about, I should have went online and checked, but of course you get busy and you don't, like I said, you don't think it's going to happen to you. So I got my bill, and using that credit card and other credit cards for Christmas like everybody else does, and so I'm going to show you. And of course I blocked a lot of things out here, so this bill is due on the 24th of this month, and it goes from charges go from November 28th to December 23rd, and all of this was mainly for Christmas. And I'll show you here as soon as it wants to focus in. There we go. You can see the one for the 26th from Walmart and Target and Toys R Us and Walmart and Kmart and Home Depot, and then what's that there? December 23rd, Canada Safeway. Looks like store number, what is that, 76, and it says 21756 CAD, but if you go across, it says Coquitlam, CA, and at first I thought it was California, but then I saw the Canada, and $205.19. Well, I know Safeway is a grocery store because when I lived in Texas, they had Safeways. And so immediately I'm going, what the hell is that? And so I called the credit card company, and they say, oh, we've been trying to get a hold of you, and we've been calling, and nobody's been answering. Well, that's bullshit, or I would have answered the phone. So that's the one thing. So then she then informs me that not only this charge has been on there, but afterwards there's been 3 more charges, but they're nowhere near that amount. And so I've got them written down here, and I asked her for them. One was for $3.77 on 1/5 of 14, somewhere in Vancouver, Canada. And I think she said something about a parking garage or parking something, but $3.77 is not very much for a parking garage. But then the next day on 1/6 was $28.88 at a 7-Eleven in Canada. She didn't tell me exactly where. And the next day on 1/7 of 14, $37.71 at a 7-Eleven in Canada too as well. So and I asked her for those that information for those 3 other charges that she mentioned, because it's not on this bill, because it would be on the next bill. And so I just wanted that to know where it was coming from, and of course for my records and things like that. And she really kind of hedged on giving it to me. And she actually asked me, why do you need that? I said, well, I just want it for my records, and it's my credit card account, so I want to know what's going on with it. And I said, just in case there's a lawsuit. And she goes, what do you mean a lawsuit? Like trying to sue them or sue us? I said, whoever it's going to be. And I started to talk some more, say something else. She goes, wait a minute, let me finish what I was saying. And she became kind of a little bit nasty, and she's going, we discovered this as soon as we could, and we stopped the charges, and we're taking the loss on this, and we're providing free credit card monitoring, and she went on, and I didn't look at the dates until later, but she says they stopped it as soon as they could. The very first charge that I had that was from them was December 23rd for the $205. But then they go into January, which all the way to the 7th. What is that? A 2-week time period. You stopped it as soon as you could. A 2-week time period. Really? Are you freaking kidding me? Just absolutely ridiculous. It just pisses me off so much that I'm not going to. I will not do, and I don't do that much business with Target anyway. But you know, sometimes they had some things that I couldn't find for Christmas and other things like that. But I'm not going to do any more business with them, especially the way she treated me on the phone. She, like I said, she didn't want to give me the information. And once I mentioned a lawsuit, she was a real bitch, and I will cancel the credit card and pay off the bill, and I'm done with them. It's just absolutely ridiculous to let that go on for 2 weeks. And I will, like I said, I will take some blame for not checking my account, but also, I have other credit cards and my debit card through Bank of America. They're fantastic. Even before any of all this stuff happened through Target, they've always monitored, and if they even question something, see something different charged that might be out of state or whatever, or on a website that you know not normally on, they will call and actually ask you. Which sometimes they get a little bit overbearing, but man, I'd rather have them be checking like that. Great customer service that way. I've had them call me twice, I think, in the past year, just questioning if I made that charge, and saying yes. My son, same thing. He just got a call. He went out of town, stayed here in Florida. They went to some race, and that day they're questioning, and he also ordered something for his car that came from overseas, and they questioned that too as well, and he said it's fine. So Bank of America, big props. Target, you suck ass. And I will join any class action lawsuit because you're not protecting your customers whatsoever. So that's the video. Let me know if what you guys think in the comments. Let me know if you got compromised, and if you want to tell me how much it was, and most likely in Canada too as well. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.